The first thing Ava Kensington noticed when she opened the floor-to-ceiling windows of her penthouse in Aspen wasn't the snow-capped mountains or the golden sunrise, it was the silence. Pure, unbroken, and intimate, as if the world had paused to honor her presence. Luxury bedrooms with the best views on earth aren't just about opulence, they are about perspective. From here she could see rivers carving valleys, forests breathing, and clouds stretching endlessly like a private masterpiece. Most people wake up to alarm clocks and city noise. Ava woke up to a living canvas, and with it, the quiet reminder that elite living is about experiencing life in dimensions the world rarely sees. Her bedroom was more than a room, it was a sanctuary of design and intention. Marble floors reflected the morning light, hand-carved panels framed the windows, and every fabric, from the linen sheets to the velvet armchair, was curated for comfort, aesthetics, and mood. Wealth could buy furniture, but elite living designs experiences. Ava's bedroom wasn't just a place to sleep, it was a place to think, plan, and dream without boundaries. Here, every sunrise was a chance to rethink possibilities, and every sunset reminded her that time itself is a luxury. Ava's journey hadn't always included views like this. She remembered her early 20s in Manhattan, where apartments were cramped, and the skyline was punctuated by fire escapes. She had worked relentlessly, building her ventures, mastering investments, and understanding that true wealth is invisible. It's in access, control, and freedom. Only when she could define her environment, wake up every morning and decide exactly what she wanted to see, did she understand the true power of elite living. The room itself became an instrument of discipline and vision. It shaped her mornings, her thoughts, and the decisions that would ripple across industries. Luxury bedrooms with the best views on earth are rarely about what's inside the room, they are about what the room reveals about the world. Ava could see life moving below but untouched by her. People chasing schedules, deadlines, and ordinary dreams. Up here she was free. And freedom, she had learned, was the greatest currency of all. In that moment, standing barefoot on polished oak, sipping her morning tea, she realized that her bedroom was no longer just a place to sleep. It was a vantage point from which she could observe, reflect, and influence. Every detail, every angle, every choice in design was a subtle signal. Wealth is fleeting, but perspective endures. By mid-morning, Ava's private chef had arrived to prepare a breakfast worthy of the view. While others might eat distractedly, she understood that elite living transforms every ordinary moment into an extraordinary ritual. Watching the morning sun touch the peaks of the Rockies, she sipped freshly brewed coffee from handcrafted porcelain, feeling the warmth and aroma mingle with the clarity of the scenery outside. Here, indulgence wasn't ostentation, it was alignment. Every texture, every angle, every sight outside her window reminded her that the best views on earth are not only visual, they are mental. They cultivate focus, inspiration, and perspective that few can afford. Guests occasionally visited, but Ava had learned early that luxury bedrooms are private theaters for life's greatest ideas. Billionaires, innovators, and creators convened here not to gossip or boast, but to exchange insights, strategies, and visions for ventures that could reshape markets. While outsiders admire wealth for material displays, the elite understand that the real value lies in the space that allows thought and connection to flourish. Her bedroom became a crucible for opportunity. Deals that would later impact thousands of lives began as conversations beside the panoramic windows. Every sunrise sparked potential, every twilight offered reflection. Ava also knew the subtle psychological power of views. Studies suggest exposure to natural landscapes reduces stress, improves focus, and inspires creativity, but Ava experienced it on a level money can't quantify. The mountains, the rivers, the distant lakes, they weren't just scenery, they were teachers. They taught patience, clarity, and scale. She often paused mid-task, looked out at the horizon, and realized that her ambitions, however vast, were still part of a grander world. The bedroom wasn't confinement, it was expansion. It allowed her to measure herself not against neighbors, headlines, or social media, but against the timelessness of nature itself. Evenings in Ava's bedroom were orchestrated with the same deliberate intent. As the sun dipped below the peaks, her lights softened, reflecting warmth without glare. She would sometimes invite close friends or collaborators to witness the sunset with her, and in those moments, the view became a shared experience of power, taste, and legacy. Few would ever know the exact site, the precise angle, or the subtle sense carried by the alpine air, but that was the point. True luxury exists in the moments and views others cannot replicate or access, and Ava's bedroom had become the ultimate classroom for understanding life at the top. On the last morning of her Aspen retreat, Ava woke before sunrise. The sky was a canvas of violet, amber, and gold, and the mountains held a quiet majesty that humbled even the most ambitious. She stood by the windows, reflecting on her journey, from crowded apartments in Manhattan to a bedroom that overlooked the best views on Earth. Luxury bedrooms are often admired for their decor, but the real power lies in the perspective they provide. Here she understood the truth. Elite living is not about what you own, it's about how your environment shapes your mind, your decisions, and your legacy. Ava realized that the views had taught her more than any boardroom, any mentor, or any investment. They reminded her that life is layered, expansive, and deeply interconnected. Every morning she woke, she was not just seeing mountains, she was seeing opportunity, reflection, and the freedom to live intentionally. The space around her, the light that filtered through her windows, and the silent mountains beyond were partners in her pursuit of excellence, influencing her thoughts, strategies, and even the way she led her companies. When she finally left the penthouse, Ava understood that the bedroom's power extended far beyond the walls. It was a springboard for influence, clarity, and vision. While millions chase fleeting luxuries, few understand that the ultimate luxury is a room that fosters greatness every single day. Every sunrise witnessed, every sunset absorbed, every moment of quiet reflection. These are the experiences money can buy but cannot replicate in someone else. Her bedroom, with its unparalleled view, had become a silent mentor, shaping her legacy with every glance at the horizon. And that is the lesson for anyone striving to live at the pinnacle. Luxury bedrooms with the best views on Earth are not just spaces. They are tools for ambition, clarity, and enduring influence. They teach that elite living is not about accumulation but about perception. Wealth can furnish a room, but vision, discipline, and mindfulness transform a view into a lifelong asset. For Ava, the bedroom was no longer just a place to sleep, it was a command center for dreams, strategy, and legacy, proving that the most extraordinary views do more than please the eyes, they inspire the mind and elevate the life above ordinary horizons.